Here at XLN, we work exclusively with small businesses, and we're committed to helping them in any way we can. Our CEO and founder, Christian is passionate about helping small businesses. Christian's a serial entrepreneur with a proven track record of setting up small businesses. In this series, we follow him giving advice to the small businesses of Great Britain. Russ Gunning founded the Glasgow Philharmonia Orchestra in 2012 after realising that the average cost for beginners to play within an orchestral environment was simply too restrictive. Tomorrow's talent is being held back today. It's simply not right. It's something that has to change, and luckily for all budding musicians out there, Ross is determined to do something about it. His vision is clear. He wants to change the situation and fix the problem. Ross has found a way to nurture brilliant talent without financial barriers closing the doors. It's something we can all get behind. And as you'll learn in this film, Christian really bought into Ross's enthusiasm and vision. Ross wants to help young musicians get a break in the industry and to help bring orchestral music to a wider audience. But to do this effectively, he needs to take his business to the next stage. He's doing brilliantly well, but keeps hitting brick walls that stand in the way of progress. He wanted to talk to Christian about the building blocks he could put in place to help build his business up to the next level, to overcome those barriers, and to make his dream of nurturing rich talent without a rich price tag a real possibility. Here's what happened when Christian met Ross.
If somebody came to you and said, I'll write you a check, what would you want it to be for?
Allow us to do what we do and have deposits for the venues and stuff. I'd be looking at roughly £2,200 for the year, which allows us to pay each deposit each venue, because it takes sales a couple of left. If I can get that, then it means I can plan a full year of creative stuff. It means I've got a year to advertise the thing and market it and do the best for it and do all that. If I can get that to the point that someone's going to pay that kind of every year and get whatever the exposure back we want, then it's perfect.
Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll give you the £3,000 for this year, and I'll give you £4,000 next year, and £5,000 the following year. So I'll support you for the next 3 years if you wanted. We'll help you with some of the web stuff if you need it, or video James can help you with, and so on. You're doing, I absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. And I'd love to, not only support that, but also help you to the extent I can, on your journey to making a world famous Philharmonic Orchestra. Russ is a typical young entrepreneur, and I was bowled over by his enthusiasm and his achievements. In essence, Russ provides an opportunity to young and struggling musicians. I had no idea just how hard it is to make it as a musician. People go through a conservatoire for 4 years only to find that with their education they can't get a placement or job in an orchestra. They can't even get experience playing in an orchestra. And that's really where Ross comes in. He's created the Glasgow Philharmonia Orchestra, and it allows young people to play in a 60-piece orchestra for free and gain valuable experience. One of the things that really struck me with Ross was how he'd been able to build this over the last 3 years really on a shoestring. He lives hand to mouth, day by day, week by week. He can barely book venues in advance because he doesn't have the funding. So I was so enthused by his commitment and his dream that I did something I'd normally never do. And that was I decided to back him on the spot. So XLN is proud to be behind the Glasgow Philharmonia Orchestra for the next 3 years. That should allow Ross to build a great business and provide fantastic opportunities for young and aspiring musicians in the Glasgow and Edinburgh area. So this is good for Glasgow, good for Edinburgh, good for young people, good for Scotland, good for all of us. What's not to like about that? So we are really proud to be sponsoring and supporting Ross and all those young musicians that are looking for a break.
Together, we are XLN.
Oh, great. I think we both relate to each other really well. We're both the same kind of people, have a drive. I was just saying I do like 18-hour days. He was like, so do I. It's not a different thing. Entrepreneurs are all the same, I think. We've all got a creative mind. It's just putting that time and effort in. To be honest, the advice he gave me was keep doing what I'm doing. I'm creating a really stable way, and I'm a big realist, and he loved that, and he was basically saying that don't run before you can crawl, basically, and create that foundation. If I don't have that foundation, then it's not going to happen, really. So I think just keeping where I'm going, step by step, building blocks rather than just flinging everything at it, really. It's a really hard one because it's having that drive and that determination to do it. But if you feel you can do it, why don't stop yourself? Like at the age of 17, I never expected to be where I was now. So it's having that intention. If your intention's right, your goals are right and your aims, and you're doing it for the right reasons. So I've never done it for the money side, I've always done it for the love and giving people that opportunity. And if you've got that drive and determination, don't stop yourself from doing it.
Together, we are XLN.